I'm going to talk to you guys about anesthesia. The first part is how anesthesia machines work so that we can figure out how to troubleshoot. If you don't understand where things are going in the machine and what each part of it does, we really have trouble keeping the animals under anesthesia. So first thing we're going to do is talk about how the gas goes through the machine. Okay? We start out with oxygen, which is coming through these green tubes. They're made by our oxygen generator in surgery. These are clamps, so you shouldn't have any leaks here. The oxygen goes in through here. You notice the color of this knob is green because oxygen is universally green. And this is a flow meter. The name of this device right here, flow meter. You need to know that because this is telling us how much flow of oxygen is going to go to our patient. This is calibrated in numbers, okay? If you look on each one, they're a little different, but mostly we go in 0, 0.1, 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8, 1. Then it changes to whole liters. So 0.2 liters is 200 milliliters. 0.5 liters is 500 milliliters. Very important. So if we say set the animal to 2 liters, it's not down here. That's 0.2 liters. 2 liters is up here. Okay? Got it? Very important that you understand it. Now the oxygen comes up the top, goes out this tube here, and goes into our vaporizer. This device is called a vaporizer. Why? Because it takes liquid anesthetic gas, in this case isoflurane, turns it into a vapor or a gas. So that's the process of vaporization. If you look here, this can be disconnected. So this is one spot. If it's not connected, the oxygen's not going to the circuit, then you know that's why your dog's not anesthetized. Usually we don't take this off very often, but you have to make sure it's on and on site. Okay? Oxygen goes into the vaporizer. When we dial this, we dial it by pushing this black button down, turn to the left, and now it's going to give us a certain percentage of isoflurane. And any gas. In the other machine we have a sevoflurane. The way we keep animals down is by keeping a certain percentage of that gas in their blood. Okay? When you drink, if you drink enough alcohol, your blood percentage of alcohol goes up. If you get caught by a cop and your percentage is above 0.6%, you're going to jail. Okay? In this case, in order to keep a dog under anesthesia with isoflurane, we need to have what's called the minimal anesthetic concentration, MAC. In this case, we want it to be approximately 2 to 2.5%. Okay? We'll go through that in another talk. So, oxygen came into our vaporizer. It comes out of the vaporizer over here. Again, this is a quick connect that has to be on tight. And then it goes up. In this case, it's going too close. It's going up here into our rebreathing chamber. Okay? The rebreathing chamber is filled with carbolime. This stuff absorbs water and carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide being the most important part. If we let an animal keep breathing his breath, he's just going to keep breathing carbon dioxide. He'll slowly kill himself. But if we suck out the carbon dioxide, then he's getting fresh gas with each breath. Okay? So we see this new tube going in here. It goes into the carbolime. Okay? So now this gas has oxygen and anesthetic agent. It comes down into the carbolime, and I'm sorry, it goes straight out this tube. Okay? This is called the inspiratory leg of the anesthetic tube, right? Because the dog is inspiring through here. You notice these tubes have a blue tube inside and a clear tube outside. The blue tube is connected directly here, so that the anesthetic gas goes down the blue tube all the way through here to the animal. When they exhale, okay, there's a one-way valve here that doesn't allow things to go back through the blue tube. It goes around the blue tube through the outside, back here, comes off here through the expiration leg. Okay, why is this important? If you put these backwards, you're going to kill the dog. Okay, it's that simple. Inspiration goes on the inspiratory leg, expiration goes on the expiratory leg. Very important. Okay? The expired gas has oxygen, carbon dioxide, and some of our gas left in it. So it goes back down through the barrelime, okay? We take out the carbon dioxide, we take out the water. Some of that comes back up to go here with some new fresh gas. That way we're not wasting it and we're not having the gas in the room. Make sense? Some of the gas, let's say you breathe too hard for the animal, it goes out here through this device called the Popoff valve. This is to make sure that if the pressure gets too high, we don't rupture the lungs, the air can get out some way. And it's going to go out here through our scavenging hose. This is connected to our scavenger, and the scavenger fan has to be turned on in order for that to work. Okay? So to recap the flow, we've got oxygen going up the flow meter, into the vaporizer, picking up the gas, going into this block, coming out the inspiratory leg, into the animal. Out back it comes through the outside leg or the expiratory limb, through here into the expiration leg, back into the carboline. Some of it will come back and be recirculated. In excess pressure, we get out through the Popoff valve. Now, in order to breathe for an animal under anesthesia, sometimes we have to use the Popoff valve to close the system so we can just push in some air to force the animal to breathe. Most of the time, you're just going to close this valve right here. Close it all the way down. And then, if we have enough gas coming through, we'll see this thing start to fill up, and we'll be able to breathe. Notice the pressure gauge here. Very important. When you breathe for an animal, you breathe gently and no more than 20 centimeters of water. Release. Breathe gently, release. Okay, we're not making a big thing out of this. After each breath, you open the Popoff valve. Okay, the other two machines only have this one. Okay, we have a new device on this one. This is a fast occluder. You push this down, now you can breathe for the animal. Okay, because it acts the same as the Popoff. Push down, open, close, open, close. Okay, hopefully that explains a little bit of how this works, and then we'll go through troubleshooting in the next video. Stop.